Welcome to the Ultimate Doom walkthrough on the Ultra Violence difficulty for the PC. This is played through ZDoom. I'm Big Mac Davis and this is Episode 3, Mission 2, Slough of Despair. Slough can be pronounced two ways, Slough or Slough. However, I always pronounced it as Slough. Now, Slough is an Old English term meaning like a swamp. And Slough of Despair, the phrase itself, is actually from a biblical book. It was written by John Bunyan in 1678, and the book is called The Pilgrim's Progress. And basically, Slough of Despair, which is actually Slough of Despond in the book, because despond is an Old English term meaning despair. But the Slough of Despair is like a swamp of sins and stuff of that sort, so yeah. Slough of Despair appears in The Pilgrim's Progress, a biblical book. So therefore, it's, I guess the name of this level. Another thing I want to say, this map is shaped like something, but we'll show you on the auto map when we get there at the end of the mission. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's jump to the walkthrough. Alright, so there is a shotgun guy immediately to your right when you start, so make sure to kill him first. The shot will alert two demons and a couple of lost souls to come your way from that area over there. Oh, hello there, zombie man. Yeah, this area is kind of a maze, so be ready for that. And we'll grab the armor and the shells, because we're gonna need them. And hey, a specter that likes to come for you later on, but we'll kill him now since he's here. There's a shotgunner over here, so from the area from where you started, we'll head to the left, to this alcove with a cacodemon inside. And there's a box of shells inside, which will come in handy for us. Alright, so moving on to the left some more, we come to these enemies, so just kill them all. I want to give a couple of shoutouts while we're killing the enemies. The first is to Takari Freak, aka Let's Play Nonsense. She has a lot of walkthroughs, and her voice is very interesting. I fall in love with it every time I hear it, so I suggest you go check her out. There's a Berserk pack in this alcove. The second is to Archvile78, which, as far as I know, is a female. And she does a lot of Doom maps, so Doom wads and stuff of that sort, so go check her out as well. I'll do more shoutouts later on, but those two were on my mind today. Alright, next alcove. Use your fist to take care of the cacodemon, and there is a mega armor inside, so grab those. Alright, we'll come over here in this alcove. 3 more of the stupid lost souls. I really do not like lost souls. They're a nuisance and a pain. Alright, so we'll come back to this area with the stairs later on. For right now, we're just gonna backtrack since I did forget something. Back to the start. Right here. We'll go to the right, and we'll deal with the enemies that have come for us. Which like a demon and a couple of zombie men. Now over here to the right, you do want to be careful. There is a shotgunner in that alcove, so yeah, careful of that. So continuing on further, couple more enemies, couple more lost souls. When you step into the lava here, that will lower this, so you can get yourself a chain gun from the first secret area. Alright, so now we'll go back to that area where we said we'd come back later. Sorry for that. We go all the way back to these stairs and we'll go up them. Now, don't miss this area to the left. It's easy to miss, but is required to finish the level. It's got the blue key. And oh my goodness, a trap has been revealed. 3 cacodemons. What to do? Well, what I do is I use the shotgun, or chain gun I guess, to take care of maybe 2 of the cacodemons, leaving 1 left. to use with the fist. It's quite difficult to use the fist on them all because they can shoot you from all directions, and that's never a good thing. Alright, you know what? We're using the fist. I'm sure they're close to death. And they were. They're all dead. Okay, so now we can grab the items around the switch that raised. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip it, which will open a wall behind the blue key. So go back to where the blue key was, and take care of the specters, and then grab the items from the non-secret area. But it's still nice to have. It's got some bullets and stuff. Alright, now, on the auto map, this island right here is in the shape of an arrow, which is pointing towards this area right here. Ah, it's a secret area with a plasma rifle. How nice. Alright, so moving on to the next big alcove. We'll come back to this alcove later on. That's the exit. We'll come back to that later. Next alcove. Ah, we have a cacodemon. Let's kill him. And he's dead. Now when you step into the blue water here, that will open up this wall right here. It's kind of a trap, if you're not ready for it. But it's only got 2 specters inside, and you can grab some items from there. We'll actually come back to that alcove later on. For right now, we'll explore the final alcove. There are some shotgun guys in the alcoves here, so take care of them. See that pillar that raised? It reveals that red arrow. When you step on it, it will lower well, there's a mouse twitch for you. It will lower those for you so you can grab the items from there, like the shotguns and stuff of that sort. So just go from alcove to alcove and grab that stuff, and we got a cacodemon inspector to kill. They saw us. There you go, you're dead. And a few lost souls to boot. Now this map has a lot of lost souls, maybe a little too much, or a little too many. But they're dead. And that's it, that's all the items to grab from the alcove, so we'll continue on. Flip the switch, but be ready, it's a door revealing a cacodemon, so yeah, slay him with your fist. And we are done with this alcove, so let's go ahead and exit it. And we'll explore this alcove. What did I grab? Yeah, I grabbed those items, okay. We'll explore this alcove. Just go through here, and yeah, there's lost souls around every bed. So just use your fist on them, don't waste your ammo, they're worthless. When you come to these 2 demons, the wall behind you will lower, or raise, revealing 3 lost souls, so take care of them before taking care of the demons. This arrow is pointing towards that switch. It's a soul sphere. So we'll flip the other switch, and it will raise the wall behind the soul sphere. Where's the other... There he is. I know there were 3 specters in there. Get a box of rockets. And now we're done with this area, so we'll go back out. But we're not done exploring yet. There's one more thing I want to show off. Alright, it's easy to miss. See that torch there? Beyond the torch. See that tree there? Beyond that tree. See that large tree there? Beyond that large tree. See the shish kebab of heads? To the right of it, in this alcove. Very easy to miss. Rocket launcher. The same thing goes for the other side of this island, so we'll follow the outskirts of it, or the perimeter of it. And we have some shells in this alcove. Both of those items are easy to miss, but they're nice to have. Alright, so now we'll go back to that alcove that we skipped initially, right here. When you step up, the wall will lower. I fire 3 rockets to take care of a lot of the lost souls. And then I use my chain gun to finish off the stragglers, which there shouldn't be that many if you fired your rockets right. But they're all dead, so now we're gonna go and open up the blue door and flip the switch, which will lower this down. We'll go behind the exit teleporter to grab the items, and there's one thing to point out about this map. We'll switch to our auto map here, and what does this look like? Doesn't that look like a hand to you? Yes, it's in the shape of a hand. This map is in the shape of a frickin' hand. That's actually kind of cool, if I do say so myself. Alright, and we are done with this mission, so let's exit. Slough of Despair, 100% of everything. Now this map is a maze, but it's a, I'm not sure what to say, whether good or bad. It's a mixture of both. I like the concept of a hand idea. Like the idea itself is rather ingenious. I think Sandy Peterson designed this map, and I have to admit, the idea of a hand shape is pretty neat. I don't really like all the islands in the middle of the hand, though, because it does get a bit confusing, especially in terms of items and enemies, because you can miss a lot here and still not find everything. But I showed you where to find everything, so don't worry about that. Even non-items like the rocket launcher, that's always nice to have at your disposal. The Slough of Despair, it's a mediocre map with a good exterior design, but it was filled with some nasty islands and stuff. Don't really enjoy it all that much. Not my favorite map, not my least favorite map. It's right in the middle. Next is Pandemonium, but we'll do that in the next video, Episode 3, Mission 3. I'm Big Mac Davis. Take care, everybody.